Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So today we're going to be playing with the Mini Crush palette by Natasha Denona. And I just got done doing the Love palette. I'm still in a pinky mood. And they are quite the same, I'm not going to lie. They're not exact, but they're kind of similar. The look came out kind of similar. This is what both palettes look like together. This is the Love palette, this is the Crush palette. So you can definitely see they are a little bit similar. Especially if we could do it somehow. Like flipping these or something. I don't know. Like putting those two together. Like it's dark. They're not the same, but they are very, very similar. Let me say that. Which one do I like better? I think I do like the Love palette better just because it's an all-in-one. But I don't know because I really did enjoy this palette. Let's go ahead and start and I'll tell you why. We're going to go in with this shade right here. The reason is why I like this one, I think I like the Love palette because it's all in one. But this one had me wondering because I like her mattes so much. I think her mattes are one of the best mattes really on the market, to be honest. Now, depending where you are with your skill set, I'm just a beginner, an enthusiast, okay? I have no skill set, no nothing. So keep that in mind when I'm talking. But her mattes go on so, like, they're just, I don't want to say creamy because it's not a cream, it's a powder. But it is kind of like a cream to powder almost. But they're just, they just do their job. And they make it so easy for someone like me who is a beginner and who I'm not good at blending. I'm not patient with blending either. Let me say that. And it's very hard for me to do an eye look due to the fact that I do have hooded eyes. And they're aging, so there's a lot of, wrinkles and texture and all that going on too. But yet, when I use her palettes, I feel like my eye look really turns out to be one of the better eye looks that I do, I think. And now I'm not saying you can't achieve it using a different palette, even maybe a least expensive. But I do find that using her palettes, they just kind of do the work for you. Now, I am using my Refer brushes. And I do feel tools make a difference, so I'm being honest about what I'm using. But I did think, well, maybe it is the brushes, Like, and it kind of is, it is. Because here's the thing, like with Pat McGrath, I have to use natural hair brushes. It is what it is. It just performs so much better. And that's fine. I have no problem with that, right? So we're good there. So I don't care that I have to do that. And the look comes out wonderful, pretty, perfect, great, no issues. I'm going to take that same shade and run it on the lower lash line. And the thing is this palette here has 3 mattes. And I think that may be why I like it as much as I do. Because like I said, I love her matte formula. It blends, it builds. I mean, it's just honestly a really good formula. It is what it is, And I'm not going to tell you something's, good and good and it be bad. Like, I'm just not going to, because I've had my fair share of bad makeup, you know what I mean? Or makeup I just couldn't get to work as a beginner. So with that, that could have just been beginner mistakes, you know, too. Keep that in mind. But I decided, okay, I'm going to use a Morphe brush now, an M507, because I was, like I said, wondering about the tools, if it made a difference. So I'm going to go into this shade right here. This one right here. It's another matte. It's just, you know, it's light to darker, you know what I mean? So if you like to build contrast and stuff like that. So I'm going to use my Morphe brush now and go in. And the reason why I decided to do that was because I wanted to see if it would do just as well with a more affordable brush than, you know, a more expensive brush. And honestly, I don't really think it matters with her shades, because this shade blended just as nice as the other shade did. It you know, blended nicely. It built up its color nicely. Like, it did everything. I'm trying to show you, but like, my hooded on my eyes are, it's bad. Like, I'm waiting for some point for me not to even have, you're not even going to see my lid anymore. I truly am. And I really, you know, it frustrates me. It does. But at the same time, I just don't care, you know. I want to sit here and do my makeup, so I'm going to. But you can see that this brush here is applying it and blending the shadow. Here, maybe, yeah, there we go. I think now you can really see. It's like blending the shadow where I want it to be. And I'm trying to keep both eyes even though it's so hard. I'm not gonna lie. And you don't necessarily like to blend that much. I am blending a little more than I probably need to. But, like, I want it to be good. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go back into that first shade that I was using. Just to sort of make sure it looks nicely blended together. Which I think it really does to me. And I actually like this Morphe brush, to be honest with you. Especially with my hooded eyes. I really, really do like this brush. So I don't necessarily think brushes matter. I think if whatever brushes you have on hand will be fine, whether it be Morphe, Sigma, Rephr, you know, Real Techniques, whatever. I don't think it's going to matter with her shadows. Okay? I'm going to take that same shade that I just had, and I'm going to apply it to the lower lash line, right up on it. But because this has 3 mats and I love the mats, that is the only reason why I'm thinking I kind of like this one maybe a little more than the Love. I don't know though. Because the Love, I like that one color. But it does get all over my face, which is a downfall. But then I also like the fact that it's an all-in-one palette. So again, there's sort of, you know, differences in both of them to where you're like, well, which one do you like then, you know? Or what do you like? And I don't know if these are still available or not, so keep that in mind. I'm going to go into the darkest shade now, the darkest matte. And I'm simply just placing this right on this outer corner. And nowhere else. I'm basically stamping it and then running it a little bit up into the crease to blend it in. Just to give a little bit more depth out here. So, curiosity, y'all. Since this is called the Crush palette, do you remember your first crush? And what grade were you in? And how old were you? I would say I remember my first crush. And I would say that I was probably in 6th grade, to be honest. And again, this shade builds up, so go in with a light hand. It'll be fine, I promise. The better, you're better off with a light hand than you are with, you know, going in really, you know, with it all over your brush and then trying to blend it out. It's just too much. So if I was you, I would definitely go in with a light hand and just blend it that way. And then once I got that on pretty good and where I wanted it, and both eyes are somewhat even. We all know that they're not going to be even because my eyes aren't even. So we can forget that right now. I'm going to go back into that second shade with that Morphe brush. Because A, I don't want to lose that color. But B, it also helps to blend out that shade I just put on. And again, having the hooded eyes makes it very, very hard. I'm not going to lie. So if you have hooded eyes, you may have to take a little extra time in blending because of that. And I would suggest definitely smaller brushes. I'm learning as I go. And I'm definitely liking this brush. So I am looking for smaller brushes in order to work with so that, you know, it looks better in a sense. Alright, now that I got that on, I think my problem is let me see something. I think what I've done wrong is I may have came out a little bit too far there. Alright, let's go like that. I probably need to be careful though. because it will. And it's this hood that's the problem, is what it is. This hood just really folds down, like you can't see nothing if I relax my eye. And like, I don't care because I'm not doing my eyeshadows, you know, for other people. I'm putting these colors on because that's what I want, you know. But I still kind of want both eyes to look somewhat similar, you know. Okay, so now we're going to go into this shade right here. And it's such a pretty shade. It doesn't have the fallout like the other one, but still be careful. I mean, it has a little bit, but not like that other one. But you just want to tap it on, like I say, to all these kinds of shades. I didn't lay anything down again or spray it. So I kind of tap and then push it in. Tap and push it, you know, type of thing. All the way across the lid. Again, using a referral brush. Okay. And then tapping it in. Because the less you mess with it, the better you're going to be as far as fallout. And I think I use the Painterly Paint Pot by MAC for my eyeshadow primer. Is what I used. Okay, so then I thought, well, I might as well use this last color. This here. So I put it on just the outer corner of the lid. About a fourth of the way in. I didn't need to do that, but I do think it does do something. And I will say this can go, again, you're kind of going to get the same kind of color story. It's going to be a pink, or, you know, it's got the purples and stuff. But with this shade here, this is definitely more fiery, I would say. But I do like this shade in this palette too, so I will say that. So I'm going to go back into this shade to just sort of pat it on top of that there. A little bit. Just to sort of blend it in, you know? Okay. Then for inner corner, since there was no inner corner, I actually was going to go back into the Love palette, but I didn't. What I done was I used the highlighter that I'm wearing on my cheeks today, which is the this Hourglass palette. I went into this one right here, and I just popped it in my inner corner. Nowhere else, just inner corner. And now, well, I'm using a Sigma brush. Like that. That's all I did there. Just to sort of brighten it up just a little bit. It's not doing anything, you know, major. It's not compromising this look or, you know, anything like that. So again, just if you do get this palette, you know, maybe use your highlighter at the inner corner. Okay. I want to make sure both eyes are the same. And I think they are. Oh, looky there. I think I got them the same, you all. Go figure. Takes me forever to get there, but hey, I got there. That's all that matters, right? Right. Okay, so then I curled the lashes. And this is my Surratt eyelash curler. So we're just going to curl them. Okay, and then I use my Gucci mascara for the top lashes. Oh, it'll be fun. I love this mascara. Be careful though. The wand will get you if you let it. But the way this mascara lengthens my eyelashes and separates them is insane. I think I figured out why I like it so much. And even though the wand is a dangerous thing, as you just saw, it's just worth it, I think. And what do they say? Beauty is pain. So it kind of makes sense that you might have to go through a little pain with this wand because it's a weapon. Okay. Now that I got those coated, can't get this corner very well, but I'll get it. There we go. Oh shoot, I had it. I'm scared I'm gonna mess up. Alright, it's good enough. Good enough, okay? Okay. And I like this wand because this little end piece here is pointy and you can almost separate it or get any of your little lashes that you want to get using that. So, like, it just works very well for me. Alright. I got that done. Of course, got to clean up the bottom part now because I messed up. And there, I messed up there. Go figure. I give up. I've decided I always said me and time are not best friends, but I believe it's me and mascara are not best friends. It just completely hates me to no end. I don't know what I've done to mascaras. Probably not using them right, but they don't like me. Alright, gotta try to get this off now. That ain't easy. But I will say, I don't see any fallout over here either, y'all. I really don't. There. Oh, well. I don't know if I should be messing with that yet. Probably not, huh? I tell you what we'll do is I'll do my bottom lashes and then I'll fix where I put it on the eyeshadow. That way we don't... Wow, look at that shine. Look at that. Oh, that's pretty. See, that's pretty. That's what calls my name right there. Alright, bottom lashes using the MAC. Yeah, you know, I didn't get any fallout on this side. But I did get a little bit on the other side. I'm not going to lie on that one. So I must have messed with this side a little more than I did the other side, to be honest. Because I have 0 on this side. But, y'all, somehow I missed the bus for my daughter. So they called and said they took her back to school. No problem generally, right? You know, it's like, well, that sucks, but okay, I'll go get her from school. She's not that far. I had one eye done and not the other. Yep. I had to go out in public with one eye done and not this one. Why? Why me? Why how? How? You know what I mean? Anyway, alright, that's all I have for you. I've wasted enough of your time. And I got to tell you a little story of my day on how stupid I am and how I sometimes go out into public because there's something wrong with me. I've decided that I'm out. Okay, I got that off. That was pretty simple, so that's great. Okay. Alright, I am going to let you go because I have wasted enough of your time. And I will see you in my next video. And now we will be moving to another Natasha Denona mini palette. I don't know which way. I don't know if I want to do neutral or something else. Darker look, maybe. I have to think about it. Probably be based on whatever I'm wearing tomorrow or whatever mood I'm in. But this is the final look. I think it turned out really good. I really don't know which one I like better. Although I'm going to have to make that decision soon, considering I got to rank these after I do it, so that ought to be fun. But this is the final look, and I'll see you on the next one. Oh, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I do upload. I upload every day but Sunday. So, you'll get something. It's probably long and boring, but there's no fancy lighting or cutting or filters or editing or any of that, you know? So it just is what it is. And I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Bye.